to Super Buddies Forever. Our beach is done, and now we have our beach house down on my workstation. It is a Hannah Montana house, and it is huge, absolutely huge. It folds up, and it is very well done. I believe it's a Disney product, which I think Mattel makes. I could be wrong on that.
I don't think Hannah Montana is Disney because it wasn't at Disneyland.
I think it was Disney, Hannah Montana. I think, but I could be wrong. And I'm sure someone will happily correct me. And my daughter was first. So, this thing opens up. We're going to do as is, maybe shorter videos to keep track on how this proceeds.
Until we're completely done.
This thing opens up with two latches. It has stickers all over here and that, which are going to obviously have to be
with glue gun, right?
Peeled off and cleaned. That has to go.
Why are you not using glue gun?
And now that we see these is probably what those are covering, then I'll just fill those with caulking. Yeah, that's probably what's underneath all these. So you're discovering with me.
Sorry if I was just shaking because I was looking.
And this opens up. So on our sneak peek, we got lots of good ideas for colors. I have not even washed this thing yet.
Well, I kind of did, but not like.
But the inside still has the Swiss Watch secondhand on eBay. It costs more to ship than to buy. I didn't get it anywhere near the prices that they're charging on eBay. I got real lucky and got it real low, and this is why this came to be. So these, I'm just going to tell you my ideas. As is, let you in on my mind. This thing has all these folds downs, and they're really weak, and I don't like that, and I don't want to close it up. This is going to be a free space for Grace to play more so than some of the rooms that are a little too fancy for that.
Yeah.
So I am going to caulk in all of these under here and make those more secure, and caulk in these cracks and make that a solid floor is my ideas. These floors I will have to check them out to see if they could handle being primed or if I'm going to have to pick them off. I'm really hoping I don't have to pick them off. I foresee that being a mess. The windows are all plastic in here. Those are going to take some cleaning too. And I just don't want to mess with the trim. And I don't want to spray because that will be a lot of masking. So I think I'm going to freehand. There's Grace. I think I'm going to freehand all the priming in here instead of spray painting. I am going to keep all of the windows. That was missing one, but that's okay. I'm going to keep all the window frames white and the outdoor frames white, that's for sure. Not that I'm lazy, but at least we can give that brightness being a beach look. This window is absolutely fabulous. Looks like a stained glass with light through it. What else do I want? Yes, I'd like to add some stairs over here to go down here.
I really like this wallpaper up on the top.
Yes. Oh, that's something she reminds me of. These are not regular walls. This was already damaged like this, so it gave me the opportunity to see that all of these walls are actually cardboard. So if you were redoing this, you could pull these out, I guess, and redo them and put them back. I'm not going to. And I'm not going to paint these because those will get flimsy with paint. And I don't want that problem happening again. Hold on. And therefore, I'm going to pull them out and I'm going to paint this direct. If you've ever been in some cottages and beach houses, beach cottages, they're not always insulated. So they're like that. And the home I lived in did have that as its interior walls. And it was a nice cedar or something. And I hate wood and I painted it. So hopefully that bit of information is helpful for you too. These are probably going to have to come off. This one can stay. And we have colors. I went to the paint store.
Yay!
Or the store, Michael's, and got paint. I got these three colors for the flooring. So I am going to go with kind of a wood look, as beach houses are, or my interpretation of them anyway. The exterior on my sneak peek, we had some awesome ideas of brights and colors and pastels, and I like that. But with Monster High, I think I'm going to do pastel gray and then let all the color be in the house so I can get the best of both worlds. I'm going to give shout outs to those people who are so awesome to offer ideas. So that is the color and brand. This is a satin acrylic paint, a little bit better one because I want to save myself some work because the exterior is going to be a lot of priming and one, at least not, if not 2 coats of that. For indoor colors, Americana, we are going to also not heavily decorate the furniture we're putting in here, which I'm going to put in fast mode, something I've already taped and done to show the furniture we have to work on as we move on this video journal. So we're going to stick with some of the colors that they are. Kitchen stuff being pink, so here's a nice, to me, a Caribbean pink, and that's where I'm going to get my bright colors in here. Green for the living room. Up in the bathroom, I do this nice Caribbean looking blue. And this room is going to be yellow.
It kind of looks like there's more than one, like, bedroom.
Yeah, it's got a different shape. So this bedroom is kind of in lieu of 2016 dolls, and I'm looking to make a double bunk beds in here. 1, 2, 1, 2. A little closet over there that you see. And we're going to keep it kind of neutral with the yellow, so hopefully we can incorporate whatever idea Mattel might come with in 2016.
And then eventually we're going to put initials of the RV that I made.
Yeah, we're coming up with something. We got ideas. And this
two
one's going to be
initials.
fun and colorful as well, just like the beach was. Not so strict on Monster High per character. Kind of international, diverse, just a conglomeration of everything, as if somebody is visiting this project and not necessarily just lives here. So that's where we are, and you will see my speed action showing the furniture, so you have a memory of that to add to our journal and what we're working on. I hope you enjoy this series, and I foresee this one being a few more than 2 parts to show some of it, but we'll see how it goes. Remember, hashtag as is.
Here we are back again, supervised forever, ready to begin farming the beach house. The idea journal, showing you again how we make progress on it, but you get part of it, and show you some tips and hints and things I do along the way until it's finished. I do apologize for the timeline. In the beginning of us saying this was coming, cute little things I found in the top section of the aquarium stuff.
Here is another view or part of our concern for making this beach house and what I'm thinking. This part was made and built just before we started doing these videos, so it was already done. So at this point, Alex had cut this out. I had put the house on top of it and got my measurements for where I needed it to be to stick out the least but give me a little extra. So it can be like a little flower veranda, I guess. And I used a stippling effect with about 3 shades of gray, silver, and white. Some pearlescent, some not, to get this, so, you know, again, as I'm always trying to do, take away that plywood look. The plywood here, I didn't worry about that because it's not being painted. When I put, here is a piece of scrapbooking paper, which I've already measured to know that that is the in-between the 2 floors that flip down. And of course I want to make it look like a continuous piece. That is just scrapbook paper cut out, ending where I needed to, and then a couple coats of varnish so it's durable to scratching and playing. I do want this to be a little bit more of a freestyle area for Grace. And if you can imagine in my ideas, I got a little bit of space all the way around here that I do want to make it look as if we're in the ocean looking at it. You know, if you're in a boat or looking from the beach to a beach house, they're usually quite beautiful. So I'm going to try and fill this all up with flowers, beautiful bright flowers, different from what's over in the RV, but definitely giving us that outdoor appeal. Of course, the back wall, I hope to paint that so the windows will show through and have a sky or a scene behind them. I left a little extra room here to put a veranda of some kind, and I hope in the future, once I figure out what's going here, then I want to do maybe a spiral staircase out of paper mache. but I don't know what's going here yet, so I can't figure that out. I'm kind of waiting for what's coming next year, next spring for Monster High. I also left a little bit of room here because the doors that are over here in the dollhouse, they open. So I want them to open so a doll can stand back there, look like they're outside once again. And therefore I just took a little piece of trim right here and I nailed it in there and caulked it really good so the house will butt up against it, not go too far back. And I used just a little bit of caulking right here to make it so it won't go left and right, and that is as well over here so that it stays in its spot, which is going to matter as well when we start putting the stairs on the side. And that is our base to work with. And here is some fabulous finds I got at Michael's recently on my little venture. And because the season was passing, these were all 75% off. So these are what I have as a very good amount of flowers to use for that veranda section on the beach house. It really adds to the outdoorsy look. Love it. Well, we can thank Miss Blaze Sparks for teaching me how to do that fast video, which will probably take some time off of my videos, which is a good thing, isn't it? I'm going to caulk in that, which I do have to go to the store and get some caulking. I have short caulking, and I probably need new primer. I'm going to show you this again because this stuff is fabulous. I've mentioned it before many times, and I wish the company would pay me for that. No, I'm just kidding. But I've really used this for years on so much stuff, and it's the best thing that can help paint all this plastic stuff. That's a little low. I might need a little more of that. And it's always good to have some around the house. So talking about the ceilings, to coincide with the color choices, lastly I want to mention the ceilings. So the inside, I think I'm going to try and come together with the big house so it all has a flow in the room, and I think I'll do the cream on the ceilings in here, not white so it's not too bright, but cream, and it should coincide and come apart from that as well, like come different. And then on the outside I'll make a line here or there, whichever's better, and I think I'll do the same charcoal black that I did on the big house as well, so that can have a really nice coinciding but not exactly the same as being a part of the rest of the other house. Look at how good that window looks. So of course we decided on this gray for the walls, exterior walls. Now that I look, 3 was probably too many, but I'll need a gray after. And then I'll do the black we had. Let's put those together. The black we had on the other ceilings and trim work. And this is a nice little tidbit. I used to have to buy tons of Tic Tacs for work for the smoker people to put in their mouth before they got back on shift. So I had tons of these Tic Tac containers, and I put, instead of carrying the big quarts around, I put some in here so that if I got to do quick little touch-ups on the main colors, then I just pull them out and I easily have access to that without having to open a whole quart. So this will be the color of the exterior. I think Boo Lou is somebody who helped with that. This will be the color of the exterior ceiling. Our cream, which I don't have handy, will be on the inside. I have that Tic Tac thing upstairs. And that's the end of this part. Let's do a quick shout out to someone new, LPS Annie or Anne, who is enjoying the videos. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who's watching. And we hope you get a kick out of this series. Take care. Have a good night. Super Buddies forever. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends.